Welcome back to another episode of the DJ Sessions presents the On Location Sessions, coming to you from ADE in Amsterdam. I'm your host, Darren, and right now we're sitting here with none other than SpeakerHoney, coming all the way in from Los Angeles, California. How you doing today, SpeakerHoney?
Absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. And this is not your first ADE, is it?
No, I went to ADE 2017 as a participant, to experience the shows, and this is my first ADE being booked and having my own sets. It's actually my first time being booked internationally in general besides Canada, so I'm very, very fortunate to be here.
Congratulations on that. Where are you going to be playing?
So I'm going to be playing the Crane Party with Epica, and then the TN1 Party under, I think it's in a church. I'm not sure, but I'm so stoked about it. So I'm playing 4 sets in 48 hours from Friday to Saturdays.
You can't beat that. What a better place to be actually showcasing, playing, and being in front of all the people that are here at ADE. I mean, it just must be. I'm not a DJ, but I could only imagine what it'd be like performing here.
I'm actually most excited about my TN1 set on Sunday morning, or I guess it's afternoon. I'm doing my first vinyl hybrid set. Let's go. I just started mixing vinyl a few months ago, and I brought 14 amazing house records. It's my first time ever performing vinyl live, so this is going to be a big thing.
Congratulations on that. What made you do the switch to kind of go, I wouldn't say backward in time, but most people, obviously, it's all digital now.
Yeah.
But now you're going like, I want to go learn the original, like get the groove on.
It was actually the ability to finally have my own space and studio in downtown Los Angeles. So I always knew that I wanted to mix vinyl, but I understood the space requirement to actually mix vinyl and house vinyl. Mm-hmm. And finally, I have a home and a studio in downtown Los Angeles where I have the space and time to finally start collecting vinyl. Mm-hmm. So,
and speaking about DTLA,
yeah,
you know, the underground scene there, what's that like now? I mean, I lived in LA for a short little stint too many years ago to even go out and party in that sense of things. What is the downtown LA underground scene like now? So
it's actually spectacular. I'm sharing my studio space with Freeman 713 and Dilate, Trevor and Banks, and both of them are heavily integrated with the DTLA techno scene. There's warehouse parties, train renegades, under the bridge parties, and all of them are fantastic. We have young kids playing analog techno. I think that the people that are attending these events may not even realize how spectacular the art that's actually being presented at these events, and they come out and they show up, and basically every single weekend there's an amazing set of techno selections, and it's beyond words. Like I grew up in Las Vegas, and there was nothing like the warehouse scene in Los Angeles now. And I like, my dad worked at UCLA, so I've been going downtown to party since I was 16, and there's something really, really special happening right now in downtown LA. So I'd love to be a part of it, but at the same time, I'm touring, and most weekends I'm not even home, so I'm auxiliary. Like, whenever chance I get to be there, I am. But yeah.
Now, are you putting on some of your own events as well? Is that I know I had some show notes here, and it said events. Yeah. Tell us about the events you're working with or putting on.
Yeah, so me and Dilate, we're throwing a party called Reactor. It was an after hours. It was running every Tuesday. And it was an after hours at Blind Tiger. It was associated with Blind Tiger. That's no longer happening. I've always been throwing events. Even in Vegas, we did an event called Tech Safari. I threw an event called Dark Night Monday. So it's I'm not trying to necessarily be a promoter, but I love facilitating a safe space for dope techno music. And I'm looking forward to presenting my own party, which I'm working on, and I can't say the name yet, but I might. But yeah, so we're in the works of presenting something in the near future, maybe a couple months. So
amazing. Now, you said you've been partying or going downtown or going to Los Angeles since your dad worked at UCLA since you were 16 years old. Where'd your background get started? Did you start out like dancing and going to the parties and then saying, I want to jump on these decks eventually? And how did that fall into place? Tell us about your background.
Yeah, so I grew up with a live music background. My mom's an elementary school music teacher. My dad did jazz guitar and cover bands, Motown, classic rock. He was an electrical engineer, but always had a band room growing up. So I grew up with a drum set, with microphones, with guitars and synthesizers, and building speaker cabinets with him. So I was always in bands. So since like 5th grade, I've been in bands. I was in like a punk band called More Distortion. Then I was in a pop punk band called Maintain Your Poise. Then I was in a prog rock band called First Cousins. And when all the hoopla drama of the band situationships happened, I realized I could plug my synthesizer into my computer, and that's kind of where I started producing electronic music. Yeah.
I know that journey. My brothers were musicians, and my dad purchased and built a studio for them back when this is in the 80s, a long time ago. But my brothers didn't like to read too much. So I was the kid at 8 years old picking up the manuals, and they were loosely translated from like Japanese into English back then, like back in the 80s. So it didn't really read well. But I do some amazing stuff playing around with like the rack mounts and the synths and all that fun stuff.
I'm so curious what manuals you're reading that were translated from
Oh,
Japanese
let's
to English.
see. We had a Yamaha. Oh gosh, come on, can I remember? We had a Chroma Polaris keyboard.
Okay.
Which it was a big name back then. We had a Yamaha. Gosh, it was a rack mount. What was that thing called?
Wait, your dad had rack mounts?
Oh, what my dad bought my brother's rack mounts on all the gear.
No way.
Yeah, my brother Kurt played the
right.
guitar. My brother Rob was the lyricist.
Amazing.
So
I love that.
I would get in and play with all the technical stuff, and then get beat up because they didn't want me touching their studio stuff.
Aww.
But then they'd be like, "How did you do that really cool stuff?
Yeah.
Show me how you did that." So I mean, I had 4-track recorders, 8-track recorders, synthesizers, rack mounts,
Nice.
amplifiers, all that fun stuff. But I went the way of the video. Go figure, right?
Hey.
Hey.
Well, I mean, it's all art. And like, so I think my first, beyond just, okay, so my first synthesizer was the Microkorg.
Okay.
And my first 4-track recorder I got in 5th grade, it was one of those Boss 4-track mini recorders, battery powered. And I remember recording in my room 4 tracks. I think one of the first songs I did was like something from Shrek. I don't even.
Was it digital or was it analog, like cassette tape?
It was not cassette. It was digital. It was
okay.
Digital 4-track Boss recorder. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never actually messed around with tape, even though my studio partners do. I know that a lot of people are going back to analog now, so I'm interested to maybe mess around with the tape stuff, but I have way too much on my plate to even go there right now.
You mentioned that you used to work with your dad and he would build out studio builds. You have a current studio build that you're putting together right now. Can you tell us a little bit about the speakers that you're putting in there? What gear is going in there? What's your favorite toy that's in there?
Yeah, so it's amazing because, okay, so me, like I said, Freeman 713 and Dilate, we all came together and decided that our home studios could consolidate into one actual legitimate studio. So this is the first time in my life that we're building not a bedroom studio, right? So we have an amazing studio desk. It kind of looks like something out of Star Trek. It's literally called Studio Desk. That's the brand name.
Okay.
We have the Yamaha HS8s, the Adam T7Vs. I have my own custom studio monitors built with my production partner Chris Frigalato under Dark Matter loudspeakers. So we actually designed my own studio monitors, and so we have 3 different sets of monitors, a bunch of analog gear. We got the TD3, we've got the Mother 32, we got the Moog Sub 37. I just got the Digitone by Electribe. We got Electron. I got the Electribe, the analog Electribe. It's like the blue one with the vacuum tubes. So yeah, we've been building a seriously sick space, and this is just like month 2. I cannot wait to share I guess it's actually the first time I'm even announcing it. I haven't even shared it on Instagram or anything. So yeah, we're building a studio. We don't have a name for it. If anyone has suggestions, please let me know. But yeah, it's right in downtown LA on 6th and Spring. So.
And you were also forming a company around this. Is it going to be a company that in the studio, like as in mastering, or is this going to be a company like a record label?
So the studio itself is just for music production. We are going to be offering for like select homies and stuff, the ability to come work and flow in the space. But the real company that I'm starting is Dark Matter Loudspeakers with Christopher Galato. It's a custom studio monitor and loudspeaker company where we already have like a couple builds in San Diego at underground clubs and also Spin San Diego as well. So like it's we're building a speaker company. Yeah, it's some of it's based on my dad's designs as well. So yeah.
Congratulations on that. I always like
yeah.
hearing small entrepreneurial stories of startups and getting businesses started. I've launched a number of companies over the years myself. I think small business is really where it's at because I think it's like 98% of businesses in America are small business. And that when people say small business, I don't mean like 50,000 a year. I mean that could be a small business could be $2.5 million, $5 million a year.
Right.
You know, so I mean
we're looking big and small, and also I'm a big supporter of independent entrepreneurs, and also my friends. Like most of the fashion that I always wear is either gifted or one of my friends' small fashion designs. Like I love like buying local shirts whenever I go like in tour. I try to like support the venues or the ramen shops or anything that I can, and like just rep like the culture. You know what I mean? Because there's so much just like plug and play when it comes to what we purchase, and I think that by like shifting that perspective into the local community, we have the power to change and bring the power back to the people. So I'm a big supporter of that, and this studio is the epicenter. It's the first time I ever felt like a stable home that I'm really willing to work towards and like build. So I am so excited.
Awesome. Well, you know, as far as current releases go, what is on your what's the latest track you've released or put out there, or what are you working on?
So my last release was with Mousetrap. It's called For Yourself. It's a single that was released a few months ago. I think it was like August 12th or something like that. And I am, for the first time ever, doing a self-release EP. And it's called When I Close My Eyes. It's actually another first launch of this moment. So congratulations. This is
Thank you.
So it's a 3-track self-release EP. It's the first time I've ever done something without a record label. We're going to be releasing it on vinyl. We're going to do merch. It's the first time I have like full control over the entirety ownership of the intellectual property. Because like I love everything that Mousetrap does, and I am 100% invested in continuing my relationship with Mousetrap. But having my own self-release has been such a big goal for me. And then maybe the start of a record label. I'm not saying that. I don't know.
Now, do you do vocals on your tracks as well?
Actually, yes. Most of my tracks. I think there's only 2 tracks that are not my vocals.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, and you mentioned your mother was a elementary school.
Yeah, music teacher.
Choir teacher. A choir teacher. Okay, yeah. choir. And then your dad built the rooms, and then always had something going on there. Well, you definitely had kind of an advantage over most people growing up, having a mother that taught music and a father that was into music, or did he teach 100%. Music as well?
No, he was just it was his passion project for sure.
Awesome.
I think that whatever blessing I had with my music upbringing, I just want to share like those opportunities. I think creativity is a positive karmic force, and what I want to do is just build a safe space for people to be creative and feel free and express themselves and forget about all the things like the trauma and stuff that's happening in their lives, because I think creativity is like it's like a meditative process for me. Mm-hmm. So.
And as far as ADE, what's a highlight that you're really looking at checking out here at ADE this year?
Now that I'm doing the vinyl, I'm really excited about. There's like every day there's a 40 years of vinyl showcase or something.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I'm now that I got into the vinyl, I'm like going deep. I'm like I want to go to each one of those I guess workshops or presentations. Also, I saw that there is a random vinyl back-to-back or something. I want to check that out. This is the first year that I am actually like being a part of the conference, so I'm really looking forward to. Also, there's like some workshops on like legal, like there's some lawyers in the music industry stuff. Also merchandise, like how to have online merch sales, things that can just like kind of elevate like my business sense for the industry. But also just being in Amsterdam, this is my favorite city in the world. So.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. This is my second time here, second time in Europe, but
it's your second time in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be here once again. Last year was kind of like running around chicken with your head cut off, like don't know where to go, what to do. Now it's like We know the lay of the land. We know where to go. We know where to hang
Yeah,
out.
this is my 17th time in Amsterdam.
17th time in Amsterdam? Not at ADE, though.
No, just in
Oh,
Amsterdam.
just in Amsterdam.
It's my dad's favorite city.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
so
it's just
I've been coming here
beautiful
since I was 3
city.
years old.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful
So
city.
to be here in a city that I've been coming since I was 3 and actually
Mhm.
have like my music working and to be a part of a conductive experience is honestly a dream come. This is probably the best day of my life right now.
Absolutely. And probably the best conference in the world right now. You know,
Yeah.
to be able to network and actually showcase your services, or your showcase your business, showcase yourself, showcase your artistry, your talent, and all that. Is there anything else you want to let our DJ Sessions fans know about before we let you go?
I just want to say that community, don't get too caught up in like the networking, but the networking happens naturally. You know, I just noticed a lot of people, they want to get into the music scene, they want to get into the art, but just focus on authentic creation. Don't worry too much about what other people are doing, and just like focus on yourself, and the right moments and the right opportunities will come to you. There's no FOMO here. It's just love, you know. And I'm here if you want to come hang out. If you see me, like hit me up. I was always down to like have an authentic experience. So.
You just about were to answer the next question I was going to ask, which is where can people find out more information about you to contact you or get a hold of you?
Yeah, so everything's at SpeakerHoney. It's SpeakerHoney, SpeakerHoney, all platforms. You can also email me if anyone has demos or things you want me to listen to. I have a Discord and a Patreon community, Kiki@SpeakerHoney.com. I'm all about conductivity in the music space, like I said. So please, like, reach out if you're an aspiring music producer or you're already working in like the industry, whatever it is. If you want to hit me up, I'm here to talk. Like, so, yeah.
Collaboration is key. I think that was always one of the biggest things that I pushed in my agenda starting back in public access television back in 1992, and then working in broadcast television, and then getting into podcasting, and then getting into live streaming, and always being a resource for somebody out there. You know, people can go out online, they can find it, they can pick up a book, but I always like how pushing that like catalyst a little bit forward, just to get them over the hump, to get them to the next level, because. And it wasn't all about the me show. It's about us as a community,
Exactly.
You know, and helping everyone out. I think that's really key. So I'm glad you have that's a core philosophy of yours.
Yeah, I really feel like that what I'm doing is not just about me. It's about like a larger integration. We're all connected together, and that I recognize that people, like, it was actually during quarantine, people are like they may not have friends that are doing music production. They might not have friends that are even into any of this at all, but through reaching out and being a conductive friend to them online, like that they could like actually like pursue something that they're really inspired by, because a lot of people are really confused right now. So I think that like by pursuing art and culture and helping people, give us holding a space for them to do that, it's allowed a lot of positive growth, and I've seen some amazing outcomes. So shout out to the Speaker Haven community. Let's go.
Awesome. Well, SpeakerHoney, thank you so much for coming on the DJ Sessions. It was a pleasure having you on the show. We're going to follow up with a virtual sessions interview here. Stay in contact with you. I'm going to love to see what's coming out.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you.
Awesome. You're very welcome.
Bye.
On that note, don't forget to go to our website, thedjsessions.com. Find us on Meta, find us on X, find us on TikTok, find us on Instagram. But the best place to find us is our website, thedjsessions.com. Over 600 news stories a month, exclusive interviews, exclusive mixes, and more at thedjsessions.com. Go there right now if you're not already there watching this show. I'm Darren. This is SpeakerHoney coming to you for the DJ Sessions presents the On Location Sessions at ADE in Amsterdam. And remember, on the DJ Sessions, the music never stops.